everyone, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be the 10 books I want to read out loud to my kids this year. We're going to be doing a separate video of what they want me to read this year, this school year. I homeschool my kids. I have a 7th grader, a 6th grader, and a 4th grader, and I read out loud to them almost every day. Depends on what our lessons are, but these are the 10 books that I want to read before the end of May 2022. And there's this one. This is like a 7-book series. A 7-book. But anyways, I'm just going to jump in. So the first book I want to, the book I'm currently reading out loud to my kids is The Mysterious Benedict Society by Trenton Lee Stewart. I started reading this because we wanted to watch the show. We have already watched the first episode, and I started reading this 2 weeks ago, and I am halfway done. I'm on page 233, and it's over 450 pages. This is a lot of words, a lot of pages. The words are tiny, and I can only read like 2 or 3 chapters at a time before my throat starts giving out. So after I finish reading The Mysterious Benedict Society, I'm going to pick up and read out loud Palace Santiago and the River of Tears by Taylor K. Mejia. I read the short story by Taylor K. Mejia involving Palace Santiago in the Cursed Carnival and Other Calamities, the anthology that Rick Riordan has put out with the Rick Riordan Presents authors, and freaking loved it. It was one of my favorite stories out of the whole anthology. And I can't wait to meet Palace Santiago properly and get to know her mythology and her story. And yeah. And she has a friend named Dante and a chupacabra. I think she has a chupacabra. Or a dog. It looks like Dante from Coco, and she's got a friend named Dante. So that's going to be confusing as all get out, but I can't wait to get to this. Second book I'm going to get to, we read the first, or the companion, the first in the series, but this is not a sequel, it's more like a companion, and that was Willa of the Wood. And so this one, the companion, is Willa of Dark Hollow by Robert Beatty, and I loved Willa. I loved Willa of the Wood so much. I loved how descriptive the setting was, and the animals, and the relationship between the animals. It was my favorite. And so I can't wait to get to this. It's got a little bear cub on the front, where the first one had a wolf and the I love wolves. And so I cannot freaking wait. And the green, oh look, it's so pretty. Willa is a little fairy, or a fairy, and she, in the first book, she met the humans and learned that the humans were murdering the trees, and that the trees were screaming, and that her clan was, the god, the pattern, was actually evil. So I really want to know what this one is about. Third one, we watched Howl's Moving Castle. Absolutely loved it. And then I bought the copy from Owlcrate. It was in their Owlcrate Junior box, and I had then stopped my subscription before then. And I know that the book and the movie is totally different, but it's about a demon, and he has a castle that moves. That's the movie. I don't know about the book, but yeah, I can't wait to read this, because Howl's Moving Castle, it was such a great Studio Ghibli movie, and my kids really enjoyed it. So this big hunk, a beast, I've already read 3 stories out of here, and this is the Chronicles of Narnia. This is all 7 books. So I'm reading them in publication order. I've read The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, Prince Caspian, and Voyage of the Dawn Treader, and the 4th story that I'm going to be reading is The Silver Chair. I think that's the next one. They have the story in like chronological order. It starts with The Magician's Nephew and then goes to The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, but I'm going to be reading book 6 as the 4th book. So I'm going to be reading Prince Caspian out loud. Not Prince Caspian. I wish Prince Caspian, but I'm going to be reading The Silver Chair out loud to my kids this year sometime, and maybe get to The next one, which I think will be The Horse and His Boy, or The Magician's Nephew. I don't know which one comes after the silver chair, so yes. I'm super excited because it's going to be about Caspian's offspring or one of his descendants, something like that. Next one, it's another mythology, and it's a Rick Riordan Presents, and that is The Last Fallen Star by Gracie Kim. This is Chinese mythology, I believe, and the cover is just freaking beautiful, and I love the end pages. It's like a family tree, and then it's got embossed sun and moon. And I think this is a series. I think The Gifted Clans. Yeah. Oh, it's Korean mythology, not Chinese mythology. I've been saying Chinese all along, so it is Korean mythology. I think this is the second Korean mythology story in the Rick Riordan universe. Why did I think this was Chinese? I don't know. But I apologize for getting it wrong. And yeah, so learning something new every day. I should have known. I apologize profusely, but it makes me want to read it even more. First book earlier this year, and it was Charlie Hernandez and the League of Shadows. And so this is the sequel, Charlie Hernandez and the Castle of Bones by Ryan Collejo. This is about a boy named Charlie Hernandez. He thinks he's normal, but one day he starts sprouting horns and feathers, and then legendary Mexican creatures start coming after him, like La Llorona and the guitar guy. I don't know his name. No, he's not on here. But there's a freaking peacock. Evil peacock. Yeah. And the evil guys are upside down. But, yeah. So, I really enjoyed Charlie Hernandez. It was Hispanic mythology. Because it wasn't in Mexico, it was in Spain. So, I wonder how Charlie is going to fare in this one. I have a lot of mythology reads on this list because my kids and we love mythology. So, yes, I cannot wait. And this one is way bigger. And I think this is the last one in the series because this came out in 2019 and there hasn't been another one yet. And I don't think the author has written a third one or is writing a third one. But, yes, I cannot wait to get to this. Yeah, floppy. This one, I don't know what it's about. I just got it for the cover because it was freaking beautiful. It's an OutLoud Junior exclusive. And it is The In-Between by Rebecca K.S. Ansari. Look at this. So pretty. I had to get it. And it's got a house on it. And it's got a fire coming out of a skyscraper. With a building and a bridge. So, let's read. Cooper is lost ever since his father left our family 3 years ago. He has become distant from his friends, constantly annoyed by his little sister Jess, and completely fed up with the pale, creepy rich girl who moved in next door and won't stop staring at him. So when Cooper learns of an unsolved mystery his sister has discovered online, he welcomes the distraction. It's the tale of a deadly train crash that occurred 100 years ago, in which one young boy among the dead was never identified. The only distinguishing mark on him was a strange insignia on his suit coat, a symbol no one has seen before or since. Jess is fascinated by the mystery of the unknown child because she's seen the insignia. It's the symbol on the jacket of the girl next door. So, I may save this one for October because I like to read spooky, creepy books out loud to my kids. Last year we read The Girl and the Ghost. It was an OutLoud Junior book, and my kids loved it. So, I may save this one for October, and possibly read one of these also in October. So, last three. This one is The Revenge of Magic by James Riley. Don't know what this one's about. It's about when magic returns to the real world, only children can unlock its dangerous power. 13 years ago, books of magic were discovered in various sites around the world alongside the bones of dragons. So, dragons, not that scary, but I'm going to have to read more into it to see if it's spooky and fit an October creepy theme. And this was by, James Riley. So, here's another one that I don't know much about. It's The Legends of Lost Causes by Brad McLeland and Louis Sylvester. And it's a band of orphan adventurers, a cursed stone, and a horde of zombie outlaws. So, maybe this will be our second October read. I try to read 2 books out loud a month. Well, not this month because freaking that book's taking forever. But this one's about... This is Keach Blackwood's new life after Bad Whiskey Nelson descends upon the home for lost causes and burns it to the ground. With his home destroyed and his family lost, Keach will have to use the lessons he learned from Pa Abner to hunt down the powerful Charstone. Luckily, he has the help of a ragtag team of orphans. Together, they'll travel through treacherous forests, fight off the risen dead, and discover that they share mysterious bonds as they track down the legendary stone. Now it's a race against the clock, because if Bad Whiskey finds the stone first, all is lost. But Keach and the other orphans won't hesitate, because they're more than just heroes. They're lost causes. I don't know what it is about me reading out loud books about orphans, but my kids fucking love them. A Series of Unfortunate Events, one of their favorite series of all time. They watch the show over and over and over again. This is about orphans and runaways. I mean, we're liking it so far. So I have a feeling that we will like this one, especially me because I like zombies. So, and I have all 3 books in the series, so I can't wait to get to this one. And the last book on this list is If We Were Giants by Dave Matthews and Clete Barrett Smith. And I love the cover. It's about little people and giants, kind of like Epic, that movie, with the little people, the little fairies, or the little people, and they had to fight giants. So, world-renowned musician, environmentalist, and humanitarian Dave Matthews, in collaboration with popular children's book author Clete Barrett Smith, has conjured an exciting and poignant fantasy about a girl who must confront her past mistakes before she can save her peaceful forest community from a gigantic threat. So, once again, forest story. Love it. This, love. This would be my home right here. It is my home. I live in a heavily wooded area. So, if it's anything like Will of the Wood, then we'll love it. But Kira, a curious, agile, and outgoing girl, lives in an idyllic community hidden inside a dormant volcano. She and her father are the only 2 people allowed to venture beyond its walls. Kira is in training to become a storyteller like him, and together they travel from village to village, spreading fearsome tales designed to keep outsiders away from their secret nest. I may pick this up in September, November, maybe. But I'm just ready to read all of these books, and I know my kids are excited as well. But yeah, that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Have you read any of these books? Let me know down in the comments, and hit that subscribe button. I am happy to have you here, and I hope you enjoy my videos. And if you have any video suggestions, leave them down in the comments as well. If you want to know more about homeschooling and what I do, I make homeschool vlogs every now and again of our day or our week, and yeah. But anyways, that is it. I hope you enjoyed. Leave us a comment, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.